My name is Michelle Gertzman. I'm a wedding dress designer from Chicago, and my line is called Michelle Rahn. Since I was a little girl, I've always known I want to be a designer. After I went to FIT in New York, and I studied, my major was actually couture design, and funny enough, I wasn't thinking about wedding dresses at the time as being my profession, but my final gown was a wedding dress, and I had to make it by hand. So I learned the whole process. The way I work is very different. I work more the way designers used to work back in the 50s and 60s and the 40s in Europe, where women would come to their atelier and sit with the designer and get to know them personally, and they would look at models walking around in dresses and pick out fabrics, and they would basically design their entire wardrobes for the year with the designer. I wanted to bring a little bit of that back to the bridal and fashion world. Fabric inspires me. That's really how I get inspired to create dresses, aside from traveling and going to antique markets and looking at vintage jewelry and looking at the way designers used to create things back in the centuries past. I used to travel to Paris a couple times a year. That's where all the big lace houses are. They're the original creators of lace. Italy as well. Traveled all over Israel, Asia. I get inspiration everywhere. I designed the Lola dress after a 40s style dress that I found in an antique shop. It's made of satin back silk crepe and satin face chiffon, and I just wanted something simple and clean and elegant that was a little sexy, that also skimmed the body and showed off some of the more attractive parts to the woman's body, her waist, her shoulders, her neckline, but still make it elegant. It's a very labor-intensive process making a couture wedding dress. It's like a sculptor would take the clay and mold it and spend weeks in his studio or her studio until it's perfect. It's an art. I get asked all the time what I would wear on my wedding day. I get asked by brides if I'm single. They want to set me up with their brothers or their friends. I think because I've been in the business so long and I've tried on all my dresses, I'll just end up getting married in a tank top and jeans on the beach somewhere. But if it wasn't that, if I had to give my mom, because she wants to see me in a wedding dress and I have to make her happy, it'd probably be something short, crazy, and probably some wild color. I wish brides came in and asked for a leather wedding dress or something that was reflective of their personality. It's getting there, but the bridal industry, unlike fashion, you could get the most wild woman who's very adventurous in her clothing come in on her wedding day and she'll want to go traditional. My bride tends to be the bride who wants something different, wants something a little sexier. She wants to look hot on her wedding day, but she wants to still carry a little bit of tradition. I try to offer brides different styles. Making a custom-made wedding dress takes anywhere from 6 months to a year minimum, because the whole process involves meeting the bride, getting to know them, designing, choosing fabrics, doing muslin fittings, then they come back. So they get to see the whole process of making the dress from nothing, from a flat piece of fabric. So you do become friends with them, and we go for drinks after and you get to know them, and it becomes a friendship. I like being able to connect with my bride, being a part of their memorable moment in their lives. For me, it's not just about making the dress, it's the experience that surrounds the entire process that I love.